Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I'm Wan Hurani Osman from Universiti Malaysia, Sabah, and today I'm going to share with you my findings on research conducted with me and my colleagues. The title of my presentation is Significance of Family Social Structure and Friendship Relationships in Affecting Expatriate Experience from the Lens of Malaysia Public University Expatriate Community. Okay, and these are my teammates. The leader is Dr. Wan Hurani Osman and Dr. Annalyn Abu Bakar, and this is myself. And we are attached to the Center of Promotion of Knowledge and Language Learning, UMS. Okay, this paper focuses on family influence and friendship issues among expatriates' decision making to experience expatriate life abroad. In the context of expatriate decisions, the individuals cannot escape from involving the personal relationship with others, especially spouses, children, family, and even friends. And many other researchers also acknowledge this. For example, Osman, Muhammad Suki, and Yusuf in 2012, Yusuf Osman Raza and Muhammad Suki in 2016, Raza Osman, Muhammad Suki, Awang Jupiter, and Yusuf in 2017, and a few others. And the latest is Atyong and Ramli in 2021. Each individual's commitments to family relationships play a role in providing differentiated decision-making justification to migrate out of the origin country and to select the host country, which will be the new home for the expatriate and their family who accompanies them. This paper also provides an understanding of the social structure, which is seen as a phenomenology that refers to one's thinking about the interpretation and meaning of life experience based on the presence of individuals in economic position, political scenario, statehood, and education system in a country that is not his or her country of origin. Thus, the interpretation among these independent expatriates is debated by taking into account the role of social structures, for example, family institutions, and the environment of friendship in relation to the significance of expatriate experiences in the host country. This is a bit of statistics, but it's not the latest. This is only from 2010 to 2019, meaning 9 years. So we can see it's divided between male and female, academic expatriate, because my research evolves around academic expatriates. Okay, so we have, if you notice, 2010, we had 1,681. It went up. Okay, and the highest was in 2013 with 2,712, and it started going, down. And in 2019, it went up a bit, 1,472. But still, the male dominates the population of expatriates, in Malaysia. Higher learning institutions. Okay, so the objective of our research, or this paper that I'm presenting to you all, is to unravel the expatriate's interpretation of the expatriate decision, whether it's closely related to the experience of his family members during the expatriate service in the host country. Okay, and this research was conducted via interview with 30 expatriates, academics selected from 4 Malaysian public universities. Okay, and the criteria to be the respondents, is one, they have resided for at least a year, 1 year in Malaysia using a valid employee visa, has been offered a position as academic staff, and has renewed his service contract, and is an expatriate with his own initiative in expatriating, and works full-time and is not classified as an exchange staff between universities or those on sabbatical leave meaning if you look at they want to come and work, and they are not an exchange staff, asked by their university to come here, or replacing someone who or they are on sabbatical leave. Okay, so we had 21 male and 9 female, aged between 20 to 60. We had 5 more than 60 years old, okay, and 12 single expatriates and 18 married expatriates. And of course, for them to work in universities, they must have their PhD. So all 30 has PhD doctorate. Okay, so the first finding in relation to family influence on the host country's environment adaptation, so meaning adaptation to the environment, 18 out of 30 married respondent, okay, so we said 18, right? All respondents agreed that the influence element from family includes the spouse, children, and immediate family is an important justification in knowing the local community's culture to facilitate the process of adaptation of their cultural environment in the host country. Meaning, because this one is, we talk about family influence, so of course only the married respondents, so 18, and all the married respondents, meaning all 18, agreed that there is strong influence from family. Okay. And some of the feedback shows that the level of assimilation among expatriate families, such as stress and hardship and the sharing of meaning, that brings a new interpretation to each family member's positive attitude to succeed in international expatriate tasks in the host country. So here it says that to assimilate and be, as part of the new place where they are in now, okay, they must have positive family members' attitude to succeed. Okay, if I take example from our second respondent, academic expatriate 2, she says, yes, my husband is Malaysian. That helps me in adapting to this country. I'm quick to learn my husband's culture because of his positive attitude, which constantly helps me learn, speak, and hold out to the hot weather. Even though my husband has resided abroad for quite some time, however, the situation is different. He was in a community that speaks English, where the language is a universal language learned in school. On the other hand, I had to learn the local language, which is a bit awkward to learn at this age. Okay, I am not very good at learning a new language. Moral support from my husband helps, and I really appreciate it. So we look at this word, positive attitude of the family or the spouse in this context of this second expatriate. Okay, now we move on to friendship. Friendship relationship influence with the host country towards expatriate adjustment and adaptation. Yes, now was family, so now friendship. 13 out of 30 respondents. So here we have a mixture of the single and married expatriates. So 13 out of 30 respondents voiced out the significance of friendship relations in influencing the expatriate experiences. Okay, so not even 50%, yeah, only 13 out of 30. The relationship between having a friendly relationship at work and social networking with the local community is one of the determinants for expatriate success in adapting to the host country environment presented. So this is also supported by Kim and Osman in 2019. So if we look, I take a quote from expatriate 1. It is common for us to gain a friendship that would last for a long time. In my opinion, friendship is an essential element to make your life comfortable in the host country. Imagine if you are someplace new where everything is different. Further, you do not have any friends or neighbors that you can socialize with. Life would be lonely. It will be different if we develop a relationship with the local community until we are considered as part of them. This privilege will make your relationship with the local community closer and provide you with positive values that generate our harmony. Thus, in my opinion, a good relationship with the host country can influence the process of our family's adaptation. So he says friendship is very important for us to be accepted into the community, and to make us feel less lonely. Okay. If we look at the causes of failure while working abroad, okay, so among the respondents' answer is that one, stress from their spouse, meaning they did not have positive attitude. Okay, the pressure to go back to their home country as they refuse to live among the local community. Okay, so coming back to family support, request from the family in their home country. So this one is if you're single, okay, your family back home, ask them to go home. Okay, and of course the issue of incompatibility of children's schooling system, okay, by the expatriates children, okay, in our Malaysian system. The empirical evidence resulting from this research further strengthens the allegations of family difficulties in adapting to difficult culture environments being a major cause of premature repatriation, resulting in losses on the part of employers. So of course, if they come, we expect them to stay long, we invest a lot, but because all of these hurdles, they decided to leave, right? Because of the no family support, and of course the environment, the school system, okay, maybe not very, the children cannot adapt to the school environment, okay. So what we can conclude, there are a few conclusions, okay. I think 9. One would be influence, support, and family commitment are the most dominant factors influencing the decision to migrate abroad and subsequently continue up to the level of adaptation in foreign culture and new environment. Okay, and then family's interpretation to the meaning of expatriate justify the expatriate decision to remain in the host country. And moral support from friendship provide positive indication on the performance shown by expatriate at work context throughout the execution of international assignment. So of course, family, friendship helps them to be productive in the workplace. Okay, fourth, solid support from family leads to adaptation of expatriates into new cultures in the host country. Fifth, there are a handful of families who love the challenges of a new life that have positive implications for expatriates and family. So all these differences of culture, language, meaning of things, some people like the challenge. Okay, so they would stay on to go through all these challenges. Okay, and number 6, the desire and excitement to try new things and having high tolerance to a new environment helps the cross culture assimilation. So 5 and 6, okay, they are related. Okay, 7, when cultural shocks are dealt with together as a family unit, then the perceived barriers will be light and provide a meaningful experience for each family member. Okay, the effect of that is not only the shared pleasure, but also the experience that is worth adding to the bond between them. Okay, so the culture shock, working together to overcome all this miscommunication, learning new things and so on, makes the family become closer. Okay, that is what 7 and 8 is saying. Okay, and the last one, moral support from the aspect of family encouragement can change behavior and affect the emotional stability of expatriates, especially in the process of adapting to a new work environment. So if you don't have support back home, either home here when you are here in Malaysia, or back home, let's say you're single, okay, and their parents are back in their home country, no support, indirectly it will affect our emotion, and when we are not happy, that will reflect in our work production. Okay. Of course, this study is without flaws or limitations. So we have some limitation. Typing error here. It does not focus on citizenship of the informant, where the findings may differ between informants from the same country. Okay, so we took at random, not considering which part of the world our respondent came from. So maybe if we were more focus on a certain region, our findings will be a bit different. Okay, the marital status of the informant produces different results between the married expatriates to the single expatriates. So this is maybe for future we could focus on having more detailed respondents, more focus. The duration of the period being an expatriate may have different results between short period of time and longer. So if they're only 1 year and they just renewed, because remember the criteria to be our respondent is they must have renewed once. Some universities they give 2 years contract and then renew. Some universities give yearly basis. So it depends. Maybe our respondent, we had a few respondents who has renewed a few times. And we also had respondents that who are relatively new, only renewed their work permit once. So that might, have a different results. And the cultural gap between the country of origin and the host country can be an indicator of the results for different experiences. Okay. And the significance of this study, we hope, that the findings from this research will help the international staff community that places culture elements of the host country as a catalyst for destination selection decisions and career retention abroad. So maybe before expatriates come, they need to consider the part of culture element. And then this research is also useful and can be used as a guide for human resource management in improving the career offers of an academic expatriate in Malaysia public universities. Okay, I think I've come to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, you can contact me at wanosman@ums.edu.my, or you can read our full paper, which has been published just 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Volume 7, Issue 47, September 2022, page 181 to 188. Okay, in the International Journal of Education, Psychology and Counseling. Okay, thank you very much for listening to my presentation.